Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector, where we haven't been gone for a while. We've been here for years, just sitting, waiting, wondering, watching. Once again, there's a research station here. I am going to actually just sit on this a little bit. I don't need to get these right now. So maybe I can always come back later and say, you know what do we have available? So I'm actually not going to dismantle or scrap this. After all, one of our goals here, honestly, is to look around and say, you know what, for all of these alarm bell beacon places, and I know one of them has hivers sitting and colonizing in it, I do want to see if this is a good place to actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Colonize. Because if we look here, fleet screen is probably the best way to do this. I don't have enough personnel capacity to fill up my ship with crew. But I could shuffle around, try to acquire, through whatever means necessary, some other ships to do that, or just build an outpost and dump crew there from time to time. Those are all things to do. It would give us something else to do with money, some income generation as well, because right now we are paying a little bit per outpost. Apparently, we have a Giga scrap shot that's just sitting in storage. For some reason, we can't send a letter or an email that says, could you please just cheat that? Just keep it for yourself. So we do have a Dominator heavy cruiser. We've been down this road before. It does have a deposit in it for lots of money. And we're just going to take the goodies. Now, I thought there was some other stuff here too. Looks like there's an orbital habitat that I didn't touch. So that's smart. But anyway, we're going to look at all of these things here. So we have unknown dormant fleets, a supply cache. Now, once again, these remnants should not be hostile to us, even if we go. Look at the stuff here. We're gonna take a Cerebus and call it a good time here. Lasher frigate, so that's just something to tear down here. Interesting. So Rimward, Ventured, Iron Shell, and Hegemony. We have the Shadow Yards and the Pommet again being friends. So the past is definitely repeating itself a little bit over here, as we do have a location for a debris field. Hey, we found the debris field location inside the debris field. Now, if I go over here to this remnant nexus, we're not going to be able to fight it, obviously. If I go up to it, I don't think I can use it as a space station either. But there it is, and look at that AI core picture there. For something. It says it's timid for some reason. Maybe because it's a space station? I don't know. These things are no joke. So we're not trying to fight anybody. They're just patrolling. We've got a vigilance frigate, which is all cute. And inside that pod we have Lou Titan. So we did actually rescue somebody. And tell me about yourself. You look like Fourth Corn in a way. You're aggressive and unassigned. We'll put you right there. We don't have anything that can change the pictures right now either, so that's a little sad, but what can you do? Okay, we have an Aaron and Lifeless World Oberon that's unsurveyed. We have a unclaimed sensor array. You're still patrolling. I guess you're like, oh, your friend. Okay, perform survey. It is decivilized. I don't know for sure. Okay, we do have ruins here. Nice. Farmland, old space accelerator, which really helps for accessibility. Unfortunately, there's not too much to do here other than farm. So, what do we get here? We got a Locust SRM launcher, cute. Another drive bubble spike. I didn't mean to pack all this up. Emergency fuel scoop. Efficiency overhaul, which is a pretty nice mod that I actually didn't have yet. That thing, whatever it is. And just some happy little weapons. And a shit ton of transplutonics. That unfortunately I cannot take all those with me. Or all these. Or all these. Do need all those. Alright, if we do it like this. I mean, it's not the best. Oh, man. Okay, put this down here. I don't know if we're going to even be able to, like, sell some of the stuff. But we do have this available. I was kind of hoping I could do some market playtime with the remnants here, but that's not how this game works. So if we look back at our warning beacons, that's what we want to know. We know Rama has something. And, do we actually have info? Can we pull up where the Hiver colonies are here from here? Because I know there was one Hiver base from before. There's another hotkey I can use to pull up the colony info, but we'll figure that out later. We have another derelict ship. It's a kite. So long, kite. So like I said, one of the fun things is that we can just have the have robots be the street sweepers here for us. But we're gonna leave some of this stuff open here, and I promise I'll remember what I've left here. So if we take a look over here, we've already done the unsurveyed thing. Let's go check Rama. Now we do know... Oh, Spindle actually took this over from Iron Shell. That's nice. Because that system's not bad, although the barren world's not what we want. And we have Neat over there, which is pretty neat. Or Nete. We're burning through supplies because we're burning through cargo. It's fine. I feel like I should be going faster for some reason, but it's one of those things where it's been a little while since I've played, so that means, you know what, we could go check out Vengeance real quick. I wonder what happened in this system. So I feel like we had some surveys here. Is this one of these Agni systems that we had to go all stealthy in? We have a Terran world and an artificial world. What did we learn about the Terran world? That it's actually really nice. There's no gate in here, though, which is one of the things that I really wanted for my system, but it's nice to know that it's there. So maybe we check again and say, hey, where are the gates? Well, we have one in Rama. We have a few over here as well. The Utre. We can actually probably scan that one now. We can probably get both of these now. Well, that's nice to revisit here. Once again, we're just trying to make some good, friendly neighbors. No, oh yeah, we're going to check this blue star down here. Now, one of the interesting things that I saw in the comments here, and I'm sorry I haven't had as much time lately to respond in the comments like I'd like, is that, oh, okay, we have a yellow beacon here. Should be okay for us. That's not Vigilance, that's Waluigians or something. And right away we find another watchtower. Who knew they'd be so hostile to us? But one of the interesting things I saw is that the captain's log is not necessarily logging like I'm thinking it is in my brain. This is a gargantuan system of nothing. It's not nothing, it's just not quite what I'm looking for unless I want a bajillion places to mine. So we're just gonna let it be. I also don't normally go in the gas giant gravity wells, so flying down here to the intersystem jump point is a calculated risk, but a risk just the same. But I'm gonna have to rely a little bit on the comment section to make sure my discipline for the captain's logging does work out, because as we saw last time, there's not necessarily a great way to like filter through what I've logged. Unless I can like pull it up in Notepad and then be like, well, this is what I have. So what's over here, by the way? More dormant fleets. We got a watchtower. Dead frigate. Okay. In other words, just another happy corner of space. It's all happy corners in space because space doesn't have any corners. It's space. It's curved. Now this is yet another medium beacon. I think I remember this one pretty well, because I think this is one of the ones where we oh shitted through the gate. But anyway, we do have a gate and it's active. We do have a mining station, a tundra world, an auric world. I don't remember if the auric world... Oh, it did. Had some nice farmland, had some ore, had some organics, and some ruins. So it's a gold world that's actually not like the worst thing since sliced bread. Tundra world, on the other hand, has farmland, things we can work with, tectonic activity that we can cure, cold, obviously, and industrial ruins, which may make it more appealing than the Auric world, to be honest. So this is, like I said, this is still here. We didn't have as much of a chance to explore last time. Ooh, my God, that's so many pings. Because we were playing sneaky sneak, trying to go through here. And if I check one more time, yeah, we do have Captain's Log from a little while ago, kind of on the border here. Okay, so I just put potential system. So that means that I was trying to take notes. It's been that many days already. Fun times. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and scrap this Medusa Destroyer. Medusas are good. Don't get me wrong, but we are not necessarily in need of something like that. We have more debris up and down and all around. That's a ton of debris. Apparently a debris with luxury goods. So anytime we ping through here, it's gonna be a grand old time. Are we still over? We're still over by 10. Sorry, Space Drugs, you're gone. You know, it's probably worth mentioning now that I have gotten some really neat suggestions from the Discord about some other games to play. So we're going to be seeing a little bit of that. Right now, there is a Steam sale on Steam as of the time of this recording. By the time this video goes up, it should still be there. Holy cow, we found one of our over-leveled lieutenants here. Bye-bye, Space Drugs. Again, let's take a look at who we have. Who's our next contestant on permadeath here? Athena Hughes. Well, do I want her in one of these bigger ships? She's steady. That's a good question. Probably better her here on that ship. All right. There should only be a few over-leveled officers in the game. I think that is something you can set in adjusted sector as well. Minor weapons cache. Oh, what do you know? It's a Triceratorp. And Chittering Wings. Let's just learn all these two. Alright. So we got pinged. Everybody is really curious about me for some reason. Like, there's a mining station here again. I kind of want to survey this. There's a hail here. A ship! We're on an irradiated planet. There's a nearby pack of knaves and scums it needs dealing with. We'll give you some transplutonic ore. There, we bombed them. Cool, perform a survey. It's decivilized again. Extensive ruins, fascinating. Okay. And we're not going to try to top the tanks here, because that'll just explode in our faces. What do we get? Star Federation weapon blueprint package. Neat. Once again, could give this... I'm really debating giving that to the pirates, so that I can just let the pirates build this ship for me. Okay, so look, we get to top off our tanks anyway. We get a few more supplies. All in all, just kind of standard stuff here. But still, this would not be the worst place to build an outpost. We just put an outpost near Vardaria, and we have another gate system with some really nice defenses. Like, I'm pretty sure we got something spicy over here. So, dormant fleets, a minor weapons cache. And over here, More weapons. More of that. Integrated point defense AIs. Generally, I don't really use it, but it's not the worst thing since sliced interactive defense points. Oh my gosh. Look, you bombed us and we gave you transplutonic ore. We are ditching the transplutonic ore. What a waste of time. We just bombed for fun. Someone said, hey, these people are being mean, and I guess we were just like, you know what? They are being mean. They said some mean things about your mama. There's another weapons cache, so clearly this star system is not the friendliest. And I'll have to read about a little bit more about what some of these do. Not going to keep the volatiles. Even though they're more valuable in the transplutonic ore, technically, so maybe we will. Okay, anything else that I'm missing? Looks like there's something to the northeast of the gate that could just be debris. It's this frigate. Okay, they don't hate us. I want to know what kind of frigate this is. Okay. Just a relic frigate. You know, that would be good. That would honestly be good, but not for a story point. Sorry, y'all. I'm just tearing down history here. But if we check the gates, I just kind of want to go up here. I don't know for sure which place we want to go to. I probably should have actually built that outpost I was talking about here. So this is a massive ship graveyard. We are carrying 3 destroyers right now, so we need to park one of these somewhere. But there's our orbital habitat. This feels a lot like where I started, but it's not where I started. This is just another place with a gate, which is pretty nice. Although I don't think this is where we want to go. Alright. We do have a potential troop transport. And clearly Condor and Vanguard Elite Frigate. We're not gonna touch those for now. Okay. So we do have a lot of options for right around here. Like I said, I do want to see... Maybe we go visit some of these people that don't exactly hate us now. Oh, you know what? We could actually go to Hyun. See what's over there. And we do have a few more, like, empty spaces over here. This is kind of the exploration I set off and didn't finish before. And I think our fuel situation and supply situation is alright. Let's do that. No reason to pop the orbital habitat for now. Just let other people do their things. We will pop the weapon cache. Nobody ever seems to be guarding these. And look at that. Rhythm LRM. Flesh pipe, which I used to misread as flesh puppy. That used to have some bugs associated with it. I'm not sure if it still does. Alright. Okay. More debris over here. And I think there is a reason... Oh, we have... I'm not going to fight that right now, but yeah, we have... I was not exactly in a position to fight it before. I just don't have the cargo space right now to say hey to it. I kind of probably do need to hit one of these. Ooh, wow. Can't talk. Do need to hit one of these colonies. Is look, we have a space intestines that just... Well, it's been there, but... You know what I do want to see here? Factions. P9. They're suspicious of us. And Spindle. They're suspicious of us. That's good enough for me. Let's pay a visit because I can't buy stuff from them, but there may be other events available that let me do things, that lets me get stuff. And sometimes we just need... Okay, that was an interesting ping. We've already looked in that system. Where are we? One more over. Okay, this is the first fun part. Once again, with adjusted sector, sometimes you have stars stacked on top of each other. So this is probably best to jump on the star, which is not my favorite move, but it's the move we're doing. And look, we have remnant subordos, so this is another place where this might have been a good colony to get. I mean, there's even a gate up there. So that's pretty good. And then a lifeless, unsurveyed world with a bunch of ruins on it. Let's not touch the comm relay. That was on accident. Or the sensor array. That was on accident. Or the equipment cache. Or... interesting. We do have another potential tanker here, but let's start with them. We don't need to do the black market and unnecessarily piss off people. These prices never match what I expect. Once again, it's really great to see the hivers completely blowing up anything I could try to play with. I thought I already knew that one. Okay. That's just how it is, I guess. So we still have 400 some supplies. That's fine. Decent fuel price. And we'll sell you all this survey data as well because it's fun. We're doing this in so many separate transactions. Nobody rounds up the billing here. All right. Weapon blueprints. Some of those are really good weapons. We'll see if making this friendly donation makes the pirates more likely to build them or not. Dockside bar. Okay, someone wearing a powered underwear suit. What vessel are we talking about? That's a fascinating thing. For 44,000 credits. We don't have sufficient Marines to carry that out. And I honestly don't know if I want to be dragging around a cruiser right now. He wants me to do some, like, trading. Nah. I don't know why you're trying to get me to move harvested organs here. Now, this is fun. This is the kind of thing that I would want to try to potentially take advantage of here, is getting some of these weapons. Once again, under the Nuzlocke rules, I'm not allowed to just go into stores and buy stuff, but I can have contacts and stuff build things for me. So that's pretty nice. And granted, this is ships and shit. You know, I wonder, for all the things that are here, I need like a crew carrier. But we need more than just like that. Like Mud Skipper would be nice. What about our destroyers here? Because if we can take a gate, we can always just park a ship somewhere. So Buffalo A. It's not a lot of crew. That's also not a lot, and that's also not a lot. Now if we get to cruiser size, we start getting some slightly bigger things, like grabbing a Starliner. That would take care of it all in one go. Now granted, we don't need like everything all at once. I can buy Marines here. I actually cannot. Oh, I can't buy Marines here. Fascinating. What is it, P9? What is it about you not wanting to have Marines available? That's very curious. Okay, well, we're still here. There are so many, like, pings on the radar. So we just have fleets. I'm curious, too. How do the remnants feel about P9? Can I even find where the remnant reputation is? It's dumb. I do like the alphabet in my mind. You know, it's been a long, stressful stretch of weeks. It still is long and stressful. I don't want y'all to be too offended if it's staring at me right on the screen and I don't see it, because I don't actually see it. And I feel like it's something I should be able to see, but it's okay. I imagine these people get in lots of fights. Let's piss off the pirates a little more. They hate us because they ain't us. Okay. And over there is another orb hab. We can check this now. Engage the automated defenses. Well, surely this isn't going to piss off anybody that's next to us, right? It's a little bit overkill to bring 2 destroyers to take this on. We're going to even bring a tiny frigate to try to tie it down. But I do have some concerns about if we are going to have regular lumen or possessed lumen. So let's see here. Looks like so far it's regular lumen. Be not engaged in Operation Friendly Fire. TTDS accounts receivable. RIP. Okay, we got things. No reputation drop. A little bit of fuel and kind of a crappy, like, not a lot going on here. That's okay. Still kind of like meh. Alright, well. And yeah, we did not make ourselves hostile with anybody by doing that. But it's nice to know that this is here and I can always check the gates. There's still a tanker just floating around the Christmas tree. Alright. I'm right-clicking so that we are learning some of these. Not selling. Alright. Okay, pirates can learn a few more things. We don't want to dilute the pirate pool too much. But let's see. We don't have, like, a lot of stuff to build a colony just yet. But let's go ahead. Like I said, we want to stake our claim a little bit. Are you really trying to, like, fight me? Come on. I am faster than you, man. Oh, what do we got here? It's a shoebit. Shoebill. And in this pod, we have another officer. Cool, I guess. If you really want to be an officer in this terrible series. Alright. We're running out of places for officers to go. Smelly Molly. I'll just go ahead and start saying if there's some people who want to lay claim to officers here, this is probably the time to start. But Smelly Molly, we'll put you on this for now, but we need some more ships because we're going to need to be making some money here in just a minute. So Smelly Molly gets to sit on his own ship. All right. So We're back here. We've actually got a pretty nice network of gates here. I want to say this is the place that has the danger hivers. No, this is where we just came from. All right. Well, that's fine too. There was a neutron star I wanted to visit. It's fine. Everything is fine. We still need to check the Ortre gate as well. Let's check out this neutron star first. We're just gonna leave these things here. All right. Sorry, just constantly having to check what things have come into my inbox. Because sometimes the way work works is that you just gotta wait for somebody else to zag so that you can zig. And then we take off every zig and have a good time. Maybe have a good time. Alright. So we get a little bit closer. That is a lot of gravity wells for a neutron star. That's not really what I expected. Alright. Okay, anything exciting here? Oh, good. We have our usual possible ping research station right on the cusp of the jet fuels here. You know what melts steel beams? Hin melts steel beams. And we can just salvage this right away. That's a good research station. We already have Terran Overlord blueprint package learned, so we can have the pirates build that. I like squalls. I'm not too big on the retrofit upgrades here. Missile blueprint package, we can give that to the pirates. These would be really good VPCs, except I already have VPCs. These are all pretty good. That's not a very exciting gun. But we get to double tap. And this time we get another heavy armaments and plasma agitators. Alright. We are overweight once more. Okay. So let's sort this real quick. Learn. Sell to the pirates, sell to the pirates. We're going to try to buff up these pirates, and even though they're not like our friends, you burn through the star, because that's how you get out of a neutron star system really well. One more safety ping just to make... Oh, we have Agni down there. And I wonder if they spotted me. I guess we'll find out in a minute if they're still chasing us. It may just be like, food! I want food. What kind of moron lives at a neutron star? It would be the Agni here. Alright, so we have more yellow stars. I used to get really excited about yellow stars, but my enthusiasm has been thoroughly curbed just by how... what's the word I'm looking for? How often those yellow stars turn into, like, primordial, not a lot of development star systems. Kind of like this one. We're going to pop in just because we can. This wasn't necessarily the route of exploration I was thinking of, but you always wonder if there's a gate. There's not really. But yeah, if we're going to go forward with our objective of trying to colonize the place of the gate, I don't need to be doing too much more exploration this way. It's just course of habit. So inner system jump point, the Eurus star system, so this may have something in it. The Zon Empire. Ooh, hey, you. So we have more Agni. You know what? We're just going to let you bask in that starlight. We could probably take that thing on now, but you know, if we attack the little space babies flying around, Space Mama's going to come and eat us. So live and let live. Hannah Kesslier, the lord of misunderstood creatures and things. Like, there's another Agni. That's patrolling. We have not a lot here, but once again, that's why I'm not always excited about yellow stars. Now, this is a little more promising. Hey, friends. So if you're raiding a place that already belongs to you, what does that mean? We're gonna definitely explore this because we have a gate, we have a Terran world, we have a sensor contact, and a comm relay, all next to each other. That's a positive. I don't know what you are. You look like salvagers. That's a mining station. That's an Agni nest. Ooh. Oof. Don't know if I want to colonize with that. But this is here. Let's try going dark for a minute. And we are going to go ahead and captain's log and say, warning, not warning, captain's log. It needs to be all caps. Warning, Agni nest. So, this is not remnant space. Chris apparently dying out here. But as long as we aren't spotted, hopefully we're okay. Because apparently a lot of things have been eaten out here. It's such a good planet. Oh my god. I mean, except for the military virus again. You really don't want that. But everything else... This is like the greatest planet of all time. Seriously. Youch. But if we are on a I only get to have one colony challenge, isn't this exactly the kind of thing that I'd be looking for? Is this exactly the kind of home that I'd want? Now, granted, we don't have remnants in here supporting the system, but this is very likely the best planet possible. I mean, okay, high gravity, military virus, all that other stuff. So, hazard rating of 225. Maybe not as nice as I first thought. 50, 25. Oh, extreme weather too. Okay, so paradise for somebody else perhaps. We could slot in a VPC for heavy armaments, I guess. Okay. And if we salvage here, we get Scholar Tech Hull Blueprints, which I could also give to the pirates. A VPC for domestic goods, which is not as exciting. Yeah, that's a really interesting question here, because I am definitely not safe here. But if I were to get in a position where I could get my fleet large enough to take out the Agni, I could colonize this place and terraform the shit out of it and probably make it better. You want to know what your options are, that's definitely... And plus there's a comm relay here too. So the negatives probably outweigh the positives. These guys right now are basking in... This one's searching, but it's not searching for me, so we haven't gotten it all excited yet. They might be getting excited in just a second, though. Like I said, we don't mess around with these guys. Fortunately, they can't do gates. All right. So let's go back down here. The whip. Okay, we've already, like, tore through this place like it's Goodwill on a Saturday. And I don't think we had, like, any super promising planets to colonize here. We have a dust world, which is not the worst, not the best. We have a planet that's literally just called Bell. Well, we went here so that we can search over here. Because I think we've done most of these. I'll tell you what I should have done when I was at P9. And you know what? I do want to visit the Spindle people as well. So we'll do that. We'll visit Epsilon Newton, even though I already set in a course for something else. We don't need to be going dark anymore. But we did find our first Agni nest, so you know, it's kind of like the home inspector saying, this house is great. And we're like, it has an infestation in it. And they're like, oh, come on, in this market, what's an infestation but subletters? You can charge them rent. It'll help pay for these exorbitant prices we're going to charge you. Someone's going to be watching this 3 years from now, after the real estate markets have renormalized. You'd be like, I don't get that joke. Housing prices are great. But there's so many examples out there of why I have stayed in my house, where so many people are like, why haven't you moved yet? The prices, it's just such a great time to sell. It's like, yeah, but what am I gonna buy? This is not the way. Oh, look, there's a whole... I thought it was a remnant thing. It's not. It's just these guys who are still neutral and marginally suspicious of me. But once again, since we've taken a few more acts out in public, they're not out to, like, murder me immediately. So that's a plus. Oh, I can actually get some pretty good prices for some of the stuff now if I go back into the core worlds. You know, I haven't played with Scholar Tech. I may not sell that to the pirates just so I can use it for myself. But I am going to sell these. Even though I hate basilisks when I'm fighting them because they make me angry, rationally angry. Because they never do for me what they do for the computer. Alright. More fuel, that's fine. Have these, that's fine. This and this, just so we're above the board. And then we sell. Nice that they have our poisonous swamp gas still. Then I can sell some of these other VPCs. Alright. So are they going to learn these? Apparently the pirates already know this. Boo. Okay. Well, it's fine. Also, very curious. I'm always curious about on these tiny worlds, like, what could I actually buy? I'm not allowed to buy things, but it's really interesting that I can get a Nebula civilian transport, which is pretty much exactly what I need. Or another fuel tanker, which is also pretty nice. Who's smoking in a dark corner? Someone that wants me to knock somebody down with Marines here. Wants me to knock the Independence down. That's probably the safer bet, but not a very safe bet. Just an administrator here. What else did I want to do here? Oh, I guess we were just visiting to lighten the load on what we were carrying, so mission accomplished. I guess the other thing is that pretty soon I'm going to need to go back to one of my outposts or build another outpost, which probably might be the better play, which means I need to get some metals here, but I can always come back if I decide a good place to build an outpost. You know, I'm curious what's going to happen here. I don't want to use the story point for this. Let's allow the scan. Okay, flag for suspicion level. Inspect me, and they just broke things even though they knew that we weren't really doing anything bad. We really weren't, I promise. You thought we were suspicious, and your suspicions were conclusive. Oh boy. Legio is trying to bombard the Hivers, and it's a shame I'm not there on the front rows to kind of see what's happening there. But the Hivers, how are we doing in hyperspace? Okay, Spindle still hates me due to black market trade. That's fine. So Asmodeus is now hegemony. None of the Hiver places have fallen. So that's fascinating. And then we have the Outre. We can turn off this bacon too. Tournament cheating! Shadow Yards and Hegemony are now almost about to fight each other because of like sports ball. That's hilarious. Okay, now we do have a jungle world here that's unsurveyed. I wasn't able to actually crack into this last time. And we do have a mining station nearby. This is a place where the remnants will kind of guard dog me a little bit. In fact, I saw something up by the star. I kind of want to see what that is. It's another research station. Well, hot diggity dog. And if we download one of these things, we could get a Halligan, an Eradicator, or a Shivan. Once again, I'm happy to take input in the comments. I don't really need any of these yet, so I'm not going to do it right now. We're just going to leave it. We'll know that's there when we check the map and be like, oh my god, there's a research station. I found it like months ago. How could I ever remember? Oh man, we have a Remnant Nexus right next to here. It's not just like anything. We have a double space station across the sky. Not that the AI is ever going to attack a Remnant Nexus, but we have a Wayfarer Freighter. Please tell me that has like another officer here. It doesn't. I didn't really want one. I was just curious if we get one. So this has ruins, I believe. Oh, that's... Why didn't we survey this? Anyway, dangerous animals everywhere. 175 on the hazard rating is still not the best. It's hot with high gravity. High gravity is annoying because it decreases accessibility. Although with the extended sector stuff, I've in the save kind of decreased the accessibility penalty a little bit. But still, I think we have an item that can fix high gravity. You know what? If the other one is like the pristine planet of everything except for biological virus warfare and stuff, I can deal with the average sort of rich rare deposits, which will keep us from using the soil nanites on the adequate farmland. But otherwise, other than like I'd keep wanting to call it Vespian gas. Oh, I haven't even played Starsector. I haven't played Starsector in forever. I haven't played StarCraft in forever. This may be the one. Unshigjian, which I can't pronounce, which is even better. We do have the civilized population here, which is fascinating. It fits some character's background very nicely. So this 175 is interesting. 51 accessibility. Once again, from being so far away from the core worlds, will piss off the pirates a little more. I don't really want to be necessarily nice with the Reuter Union. Oh my god. I keep thinking it's like, hey, it's another pristine nanoforge. It's not. It's a stellar reflector core. Now the Hurricane Merv is nice. And the Transpoofer is nice. Actually, a lot of these things are pretty nice. Oh, even some cores. Cool. Oh my god, all these domestic goods and shit. I don't have a freighter. I can't carry all this shit. Okay, you go. You go. But I think this is the one. I think this is the place to, this is the place to be. What do I need to construct an outpost? I need more metals. I don't think I want to construct an outpost here. I think if this is going to be our colony, then we're going to need to get some metals. And we need to pick which one of these gate remnant places is going to be good for us. And I think the answer to that may be around here somewhere. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to check the... I was going to check and see what Spindle has for, like, stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not the right word. Anyway, we do need to get some metals from Spindle, so... I think it's probably best if I just gate back to an outpost real quick. Drop the kitties off at the pool. We still have the research space here. We still have the mining station here. We have the remnant nexus next to this place whose name will be changed. Because it has to be. And we may have found our place to colonize. It's not the friendliest colony. And oh lord, anybody who's trying to do any trade with us is going to get attacked so hard by the remnants here. You know, that's... Why did I do that? We weren't going to do that. We were going to do this. Alright. So, we did check something on the checkbox here as we find yet another ship graveyard. Potentially good things. Nothing world-shattering, but, I mean, that dram is probably the pick of the litter. But we're going to scan and travel through the gates. And I guess it depends on where we want to go here. I guess we go back down by Dutch Harbor. We drop everything off at our other place. We make sure the beacon's off because you know the pirates are going to try to shoot us out of the sky. So we'll just do that now. But yeah, overall, you never know necessarily what to expect when you're going to fire up Starsector. I know this is not as combat-oriented so far as maybe some of y'all were expecting with the Nuzlocke style run. There's been a lot of running instead of a lot of fighting, and there's been a lot of exploring instead of a lot of, like, inter-faction intrigue and stuff. But... It's just because it's a different vibe. I don't think it's a bad vibe, but it is shaping up to be not the run I expected so far, and not necessarily in a bad way. So what I do think I need to do is to get the materials together to build another outpost, which we have most of. We just need the metals, and I don't think I have enough metals here. But we'll want to build an outpost. You know, I could probably use to build an outpost at Echo. That's not Echo. That's also not Echo. That's also not Echo. Oh my god, I used to be able to just find this on the map. There we go. I could, because that'll open up a lot of northern stuff, plus we have this. If we have a colony here, we don't necessarily need an outpost there for dumping stuff. We don't have a ton of gates, though. Like, we have some over here. This is another unsafe gate, if I remember right. But, like I said, progress is being made. And we still have all these places we haven't popped to. There's so many little space stations that we haven't just turned into a loot pinata. And we've left stuff because we don't have the ships to take stuff with us. And... yeah, that makes for a little bit of a slower run, but once again, it's not always the worst thing. We actually don't have enough metals. Huh. You know, the hivers have great deals on metals. Maybe I should consider that. Okay, so let's drop you off. Let's drop you guys. Hold on to you. Hold on to you. need you. We're gonna learn you guys. Don't need you. Probably don't need you right now. We'll keep you. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Almost enough cargo room. We're not doing a ton of surveying right now. Can get rid of our organs here. I actually think I need a few transplutonics to make this work. Alright, well, we'll get the rest of the way there, especially because I'm pretty sure. Let's learn you. And like I said, since we haven't done anything with Scholar Tech yet, we're going to learn those ships and see if we can have some of them ourselves. I think there's some ships in my fleet that can actually have like expanded cargo holds. We have hardened shields and safety overrides for if this ever went into combat. I mean, one of our issues is literally that we lost all of our logistic ships when the remnants gave us a big space hug. So that's something that I need to remember to restock and refresh. But at least for the time being, this Cerebus, get rid of some of the vents. Like expanded cargo holds, we actually need one more. I mean, we don't need vents, right? I mean, it's something. It's not a ton there, but if we look back at the colony, we can grab enough metals to maybe get this stuff in. But that'll do it for this one. This is Asher. Just re-up our fuel and be like, hey, why did I lose 11,000 more stuff? But that'll do it for this one. Like I said, there's some officers that if you want to lay claim to one, by all means. I don't know why we have twins here, but we have twins. We have some other people available. Interesting that it's been very non-outlandish pictures so far. There are definitely some of those available in the pool. But, hey, that's Starsector for you, the power of random number generators. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We will do this again soon. I'll see you next time.